So we're recording now here with Dr. Linda Acredolo. Hi.
Hi there. Good to see you, Sabla.
Yes, it's great to finally meet you. And we are here in Portugal. We're excited about the Baby Signs program going all around Portugal. We're so happy. We're so happy. So I have some questions for you. I've been telling your story to everybody in my workshops and now with the new instructors. I still would like to hear from you how everything started. I know that started with your daughter, right?
Right. Yeah, and she just 36. So it's a long time ago.
Wow, she's my age actually.
Yes, she was a year old and very bright, very smart, but she couldn't talk yet. And we were out in the garden and she pointed at a rose bush and she turned to me and she sniffed, like you were sniffing a flower. And I thought, well, that's weird. But I figured out she wanted to see the flowers. So I said, do you want to see the flowers, Kate? And so we took her over and we did something, a routine that most parents do with their babies. I picked a flower and I held it up to my nose and sniffed. And then I thrust it under her nose and she did the same thing. It was a routine that we had with flowers. And she was borrowing that little gesture and she was using it and hoping I would understand that it meant flower. And she used it the whole day. She would see flowers on the wallpaper and on the table and on her pajamas. And she would point and she would sniff. And I wrote in my journal that night, Katie did the cutest thing today. And that was really the very first one. And I started to watch her because I figured she was doing something interesting. And she started making up other ones. One of the next ones, as I remember, she did this kind of gesture with her fingers.
Yes.
Pointed at a spider. And she did this. And we have a little song or a little poem in our country where we talk about the eensy weensy spider.
Yeah, we know that song because we watch a lot of American movies.
And so she was learning that, and there's a little hand motion that you do with that. And so she was borrowing that little gesture and pointing at the spider and hoping I would know what she was talking about. So it was clear that she was on to something. And she started making up other ones that were from routines that we did. And Susan was my student at the time at the university. She was a graduate student. And so she had studied in London. She had studied language development in London. I didn't know that much about language development at the time. I wasn't studying it. So I asked her, I'd like to read about this. She's doing this cute thing. And Susan said, I don't know anything about this. I've never heard of any baby doing this before. So that's when she and I decided we would really pay attention and actually start doing little gestures for her, modeling them, and seeing if, in fact, she would learn those on purpose in order to talk with us. And she did. And we published her data. We followed her very carefully until she was over a year old. Over a year and a half old. And we published the first article. It was a case study of how she had made up all these little signs, as we called them. And her language then it exploded. She was so verbal by the time she was 2. She obviously didn't need them anymore. And it really was the very beginning. And it certainly led to a lot of things all over the world. So that's how it started.
That's great. Yes, that's a nice story.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. So in all the studies, you figure that it's such a natural capacity that humans have, right? Doing the gestures.
Right.
I still hear a lot of want this delay language. And, and I keep telling them about the research and my personal experience also. Yes, but
it is. It's sad. That's still a myth that we think about. And we think of it, we like to talk about it as similar to crawling before you walk. Maybe you've heard us say it's signing is to talking as crawling is to walking. That you learn a lot from, a baby learns from crawling around, but as soon as it wants to stand up and do it better.
Yes.
And of course, the signing enables the baby to communicate and not be so frustrated. But as soon as the baby can communicate better, it stands up on its language legs and starts talking. So we try and reassure parents, and of course we have the data from the research studies that showed from our grant. We got a big grant from the state's government to study that, and we were just not surprised. We were not surprised because we had seen it with the children in our studies. So we know it really helps. It doesn't hurt language development.
Yeah, I also have been speaking to different professionals, and when they hear, at the first time they hear about Baby Signs program, they say, oh, of course, that makes a lot of sense. Yes. Two of the new instructors are speech therapists, and this.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, it makes sense to them. That's
and speech therapists have been very supportive. One of our first students, undergraduate students that worked with us, became a speech therapist. And so she used it in her practice all the time, and with her own baby, of course. And word of mouth is really, that's what we say when moms tell other moms about it. And they can talk about their own children and how their children went from the signing to the talking without any problems at all. So and there's many good stories. I'm sure you have stories about your son.
I do. I tell them to everyone.
Yeah, that's great.
And I always remember when he tried to talk at the same time he did the signs, and he was confident of what he was communicating with the signs, that he would try talking at the same time, even though it was not clear. But he would try.
You knew because of the signs what he was trying to say. Yeah.
He had the same sound for at least 5 words, but he had 5 different signs for them. So I would know exactly. I would know exactly.
And that actually is one of the reasons it helps language development, because it enables parents to respond appropriately to what they're trying to say and model the correct word. So I'm sure he did. What was one of his signs that he used? Did he use, what signs did he like the best?
I think it's more. More. He loved animals. We had the stickers on the wall, and it was animals from the zoo. and he know them all. So he just went to the wall and did all the signs he could see.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, but I think more was the best sign for him.
Yeah, for most kids, right?
Yeah. And he used, after he could say more with his mouth full.
That's right.
Yeah. He did that a lot.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Okay, I have a big question now. In just one before that, in how many countries there are now the Baby Signs program implemented?
Oh, we have partners in probably 4 or 5. But the book has been translated into about 30 or 35 languages. So we know that it's around the world, even though we don't have connections with places. But we've been invited. We're invited to Japan. Has a very strong program and has for about 20 years now. They invited us over there and had us talk to all their instructors and tour all of their places where they're doing it. And Taiwan did too. So, and we also visited Chile in South America, and they have a very strong program. So we know of a few that are connected with us, but there are many, many more that we don't even know about.
It went worldwide now.
It really is. It's around the world, and it's so exciting to know that.
Fantastic. Yeah. And what's your vision for the future for the Baby Signs program, if you do have a specific? Yeah.
Well, Susan and I have sort of retired from the business. And passed it along to Michelle Cromings.
Yes.
And so we just kind of keep in touch with Michelle. And then if there is any interest from another country, then I start communicating with them. But I think Susan and I are just enjoying sitting back.
And the grandchildren. Right? The grandchildren also doing it, right?
In fact, Susan just became a great grandmother for the second time. About a month ago. And her first great grandchild, Blake, was a great signer. I mean, he was wonderful. And Blake's mom, Susan's granddaughter, is in the book. Pictures of Leanne doing signs is in the book. So, it's many generations now. Yeah,
that's so good.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I have a goal to go to California to visit you one day.
That would be great. Yeah.
I know that you have an institute, and do you have studies going on right now, or is it periodically?
We don't. Susan has become a clinical psychologist, so she has a practice now, and I'm fully retired. So, but there's an old student of ours at Michigan State, Claire Valentin, and she is continuing on doing research. So if I hear from students who are interested, I pass their names along to Claire. And she has worked with a woman in Chile. The one that started the program in Chile. So it continues, but we've really stepped back ourselves to just enjoy ourselves and just watch it grow.
Yes, that's nice. Okay, one last question. What message would you like to leave for the Portuguese parents and professionals about?
I think the most important message is how much smarter babies are than we think. They have so much going on in their heads and are so frustrated. And we want parents to know that they can have a window into their baby's mind by helping the baby learn the signs. And that's important for professionals, especially like childcare teachers,
Yes.
or in infant programs. They can really benefit from having the signs. So having a window into the baby's mind and seeing how smart they are, that's important.
Oh, thank you so much for your message. Yes,
Okay.
I'll deliver it.
Okay, that's great.
Great. It was really nice talking to you.
Well,
thank you for accepting the interview.
Thank you for helping me set this up. I now know how to do it.
Yes, it's nice.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Okay. We'll talk some other time, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.